Chapter 54 Trick or Treat. Come in, Barnaby, please sit down, invited Sebastian as Barnaby walked through the door. Good evening, Mr. Sollars, thank you, how are you? Replied Barnaby. I am well, Barnaby. Dr. Robert is making fantastic headway in Sweden, and our plans are coming together as we speak. We still have a shortage of solarium, but we may even have a solution to this seemingly impossible situation. Really, where can we find more solarium? Asked Barnaby. Not so much find more, Barnaby, more a case I think of find where ours went to, answered Sebastian cryptically. Dr. Robert has devised what can be best described as a farviewer, far in terms of both distance and time, explained Sebastian. You can feed it information and it will search out results, wherever they may be in time and space. Of course, the results can be misleading. For example, it will find the excavation site in Greece still fully laden with solarium, in a certain time frame, so what you then need to do is cross-reference all the temporal finds with location information to ensure what you are looking at is actually current, and not some form of time echo. With that said, it is a truly fantastic creation. Barnaby's attention was fully piqued, ever since he had lost, or rather not found the bulk of the Greek solarium. He had been so angry in fact that this may have been the very thing that had dulled his abilities to work as thoroughly as normal. He shook off the thought as he also remembered he had not been in the field for a long time. He even smiled to himself as he realized that until a few weeks ago he had been happily enjoying retirement. Where has it located, sir, the solarium, that is? Asked Barnaby, rising from his daydream. Well, therein lays our problem, Barnaby. Without any other reason to question the results, our solarium is currently located on Mars. On Mars? Screeched Barnaby. How did it get there? Well, that too is a great question, Barnaby, as is the one I am about to ask you, smiled Sebastian. Do the names Graham and Bouncer mean anything to you, Barnaby? No, sir, not directly. But there seems to be a very strong correlation to the initials of my troublesome friends. As Barnaby clarified his answer, Sebastian nodded. Yes, there does, doesn't there, Barnaby? Agreed Sebastian. But how on earth could they be responsible for putting our solarium on Mars? Asked Barnaby incredulously, and then almost immediately. How could they have even got it there? The very best rockets available will take 6 to 9 months to get there. They had only a few days at best to get there, do whatever it was they did, and then get back. That is another great point you make, Barnaby. Perhaps they have help? Another person would make their number at least 3. This would then have all the signs of a much larger organization, sir. Pulling a photo from a folder, Sebastian passed it to Barnaby. And what do you make of this? Barnaby stared at the picture, a rather strange-looking face set against some background features. The foreground and background features showed hilly and mountainous regions separated by wide plains. From what he had seen of the Curiosity and Viking lander photos, this was seemingly taken on Mars, or at least a very dusty red planet. Next to the strangely featured stranger there sat a pile of what could only be presumed to be solarium. What or who on earth is this? Asked an incredulous Barnaby, pointing at the strange face. I think the question you want to ask is what on Mars? Teased Sebastian.